Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody. Oh, it's so good to be back in the studio. It's Thursday night, and this is our special episode. It's our featured monthly episode of Vino and Voices. So super, super excited for tonight. You know, I've got my good friend. Here's the thing. The thing is this is how you get through life. You find really good friends who are also really good intuitive and psychics. Because then whenever you need advice, you just be like, oh, hey. So it really helps. But she's had a whirlwind month of traveling back and forth, and just had an event last week at the center and had an event last night. So we have so much to talk about. We're getting ready to travel next week. We're actually going to be in the same city next week. So there is a lot going on. And I just want to welcome my good friend, our guest tonight, Jennifer Shaffer.
Yay!
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Yay.
I'm fabulous. Thank
It's
you.
always good to have our Vino and Voices, isn't
I
it?
look forward to it every month.
It is like girlfriends in the
Every
house.
month.
This is like our living room. We've got our wine. We're ready to go. Cheers. So there we go, everybody. So we're gonna take some calls tonight, right? Do some readings.
Absolutely.
But before we do, we got lots of other stuff to do. But you know what? For you guys who are starting to tune in, the number to give us a call at is 323-992-3115. 323-992-3115. But yeah, so you had an event last Saturday at the center. It was amazing.
It was amazing. It was the first time that Rich and I did an event together, and it was really, really, it was very interesting how everything came together. And I can't thank you enough for helping me out on, you would think I would know how to promote things. I do not. I just don't. And I'm telling you, can I tell them what I did, how I called you? I'm like, you know what? I'm not quite sure. You're like, Colby's like, you're doing it. This is what you need to do. This is how you do it. This is where you need to do it. And you know what? We ended up with so many people there. And
It was beautiful.
So grateful.
Yeah.
It was the perfect amount of people.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, sometimes people, I hear, not that you did this, but I'm just saying, people say, maybe it's a sign from spirit I'm not supposed to.
No.
It's like our easy go-to. And I'm like, no. It just means you got to learn something to get there.
Right? And you taught me, it was invaluable because I do know a lot and I do a lot of things, events, but you really taught me how to do things when it's your own. You taught me a lot, and I really, really, really am so appreciative of that.
Well, listen, it was a beautiful evening. The
was.
messages were fun. People really enjoyed it, and it was packed in there. So
it was fun.
Yeah,
your space is amazing, though, too.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to doing another event there soon.
Yeah, well, you're going to do one September 15th, I believe. Is that right? You're going to do a wine and spirit. You're continuing your tour.
Continuing my tour of wine and spirits. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think everybody gets a little bit more grounded.
Yep.
And I happen to love it.
It started in Manhattan Beach, right?
It started in Manhattan Hermosa, the South Bay. It started at Uncorked.
Yes.
Which was so sweet. Jerry actually, approached me with Kathy Knoll, and they said, hey, why don't we do something at our place?
Yes.
And we just tried it out.
Yeah.
And now we have so much fun with it.
Yeah.
So much fun with it.
You went to Palm Springs last night?
Palm Springs yesterday.
Yeah.
And we had a packed house there, and that was super fun.
Yeah, you looked amazing in your red dress, I gotta say. I think it is your color. Yeah. But that was, and the messages were fun. And
you know what? It was very healing.
Yeah.
A lot of healing messages. Yeah. And that's what we love. I can't remember them, but I was told it was healing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So I'm looking forward. So you guys, we don't have the banner yet, but we'll have it popping up. But at the Colby Rebel Spirit Center, which is in Westwood, right by UCLA. So Jennifer will be there the evening of September 15th. She's going to connect to spirit, deliver messages. It's going to be phenomenal.
It'll be fun. It'll be lots of fun.
Yeah,
Thank
amazing.
you for having me.
Now, next week, we are going to Lilydale. Woohoo! We get to see Lisa Williams. Woo-hoo!
I'm so excited to go, and I'm so happy we're going to be there together. It's such a fun playground.
It is going
really
to be really, really fun. I'm teaching 2 workshops there. So I'm teaching a platform workshop on Saturday, and then I'm teaching a intuition workshop on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
I know. I'm
Colby.
really excited. I mean,
should
you
be.
know, back in, I think it was 2013 or 14. I get the year. You know, those years blur, right?
After a while, yeah.
But Lisa had moved to Lilydale from LA.
Right.
And I was in the master teacher program.
The torture program.
Oh, it's brutal, everybody. But the thing is, so she had moved, and so we had, back then it was 3 weeks in person. Now I think it's 2, but then it was 3 weeks. And so I had to go to Lilydale, New York. So here's the odd thing, though. So I had gone there that July because she had said, oh, everybody needs to see Lilydale, right?
Yes.
It's the Mecca, and it is the Mecca. For anyone, it's an hour south of Buffalo, so if you've not been there and you even remotely have a desire to learn more about this work, that is the Mecca. It is where spiritualism began. But what's crazy, so I went there in July. I loved it, had a great time. Then I get back, and then like a month or 2 later, she announces she's moving, and I got to go back there for the master teacher. And so much anxiety, and I was so worried. And then, but you know what? I have been there every year since. I think you have as well.
I think I missed 1 year.
Okay, last year, right?
It was last year.
Yeah.
So I was traveling so much.
Yeah.
But actually I didn't, because I was there for teaching classes
Yeah.
for law enforcement, for her forensics class.
Yep.
So I was there in, I think, November.
Yeah.
So I didn't miss it, but I missed the summertime.
Yeah, it's fun though, and
It is.
it's a beautiful place. And
We've never been there together.
no, this
So
will be the
that's
first
exciting.
time.
Yes, that's exciting.
And I don't know if we should say, so they don't really they
don't.
we're gonna have to smuggle in something. No, just kidding.
I was actually going to quit
But-
drinking. I was
Perfect.
thinking about it like the week before.
There
I'm
you
still
go.
Thinking, but,
there you
okay.
go. But it's beautiful there, and they have this amazing stump and this amazing service, and
Yeah, they do.
it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be incredible. So I'm excited that we get to do that together.
I am very excited.
Yeah, yeah.
excited,
And just want to let everyone know before we get into the readings, I do have a spirit circle, development circle coming up. We're going to make sure Michelle signs up for it. This is really good. This is so we have the 2018 World Summit, the Lisa Williams Summit, and I'm super, oh my gosh.
And Michelle signed up for that.
Yep, she did. And I can't, well.
She's doing the homework.
She is doing the homework.
She is doing the
It's
homework.
so great. And but I have to tell you, I give a lot of feedback. I'm always like, come on, give me more. Come on, there's more in you.
Right.
Get back in the oven.
You do that with everybody, whatever level they're at. You do that
yeah.
with me,
Yeah.
which I love. You're like, no, Jen, no, come on. It's good. It's a good thing.
It's probably annoying, which is why I'm still single. Can you imagine? Not good enough. Come on. But you know,
Is that all you got?
But but I do it to myself too, right?
I
So at
know.
least I'm a fair pusher. But yeah, the summit, you guys. I'll tell you what. If you haven't signed up for the summit, you've missed it for 2018. But if you are at that level where it's intermediate, advanced, and you're really looking to really hone in your skills and develop your gifts, I cannot praise the summit enough. It's incredible. Lisa Williams designed it. It's worldwide, and I happen to be one of the mentors in
Yes.
LA. And I am having a blast. I've loved every
amazing.
summit, but this one I've really I've just relished it so much.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I know. I've heard some, Michelle and I have discussed some of the content. I'm super excited. I'm
Yeah.
the one that's pushing her. She's like,
Yeah. And it's interesting. It brings you back to, your beginning days too.
Correct.
When you were nervous
2013,
and when you were
2014.
worried and what am I doing?
Right.
And
you know what? I actually brought up a very good point to Michelle, because we would sit there, and we both decided at the same time to go to the movies. Who does that? We're in Palm Springs. And I'm like, listen, you have this ability with everybody. You're just comfortable with me to talk about it.
Yeah.
To just say what's on your mind. And so if you look at that from a perspective of, okay, you can't just have it with one person.
Yeah.
You have it with everybody.
Yes.
It's just the comfort level, like you said. Every year that goes by, you get more comfortable and you get more confident, and you don't feel like I expressed to her, I'm like, I love working with Colby. I love working with Rich. There's a comfort with that.
Yes.
But there's also, you don't stop when it's uncomfortable.
Right.
And that's where you come in as a teacher, and you're just like,
Yeah.
Come on.
I'd be like, oh.
But I thought that was interesting.
That's not going to work so well. Come on. But we all need that.
All the
we
time.
all need,
at any level.
we all need a little prodding now and again. And
absolutely.
In a way that's encouraging.
Right. It was not comfortable for me to do wine and spirits. It was so uncomfortable, but I was at that moment in time where I'm just like, what's the worst thing that can happen? My town won't like me? Okay.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty big.
Yeah.
But it was so amazing for people to be able to come and enjoy a night and be able to talk about it or whatever it is. I never remember again what I say, but it does create an awareness.
Yeah.
And it's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
But it really, there's times where I get nervous.
Well, I get nervous every time.
Yeah?
Every time. Oh, I'm a huge believer that it's okay to be nervous. Yeah. But they say, this is a nice little helpful tip for anyone who gets nervous. So if you have a job interview and you're nervous, or a new day, first day of school and you're nervous, physiologically, the sensation of nervousness is the exact same physiological response of being excited. So they say your head to just turn your nervousness into excitement.
Yes.
So that in your perception, because the body responds the same, but at least it helps calm your mental state.
Right. Also, too, when spirit is around, when I do events with spirit, your energy fields collide, and so your heart rate goes up automatically. And so you might, I used to think I was nervous, but actually it's just because spirit's around, and you can calm yourself down too with tapping.
Yeah.
And I tend to do that, but I like the excitement part better.
Yeah, and I tell clients too, because you always get clients that come in for that one-on-one reading or whatever, and they say, "Oh, I'm feeling a little nervous," and I always say, you know what? That's fantastic. It just means your vibration is rising to match mine.
Oh, I love
and
that.
It's like,
that's true.
It's normal. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. If you weren't excited or nervous, I'd be a little worried. Yeah. All right, Colbs, whatever you got to say. Like, who wants that? Yeah, you be nervous, you be excited. That's what we want, right?
Did you ever have that one person that goes, "Well, I already know that." I'm like, "Well, I didn't know that."
Yeah. They're like, "Oh," or doesn't everybody? No, not actually, everybody does.
Found myself saying that last night.
It's fun though. It's beautiful. All right, you guys. So if you want to call in, here's the deal. If you've gotten through in the last few weeks, just do me a favor. Let's reserve those call lines for someone who hasn't had a reading in a bit, okay? The number again is 323-992-3115. And make sure you turn off all external noises. So that may be the TV, that may be the telephone, no speakerphone, that may be the husband, the kids, the dog, whatever cats seem to be okay. So you should be fine, but just go ahead and do that, because if we don't have a clear connection, it makes it too difficult to keep you on the line. And we just want the best experience for everyone, because not every listener gets through. We're gonna take some calls. We're gonna have some fun. Oh, let's if you ask a specific question, let's go ahead rather than the general reading, just for the time's sake, okay? And if you have a loved one or you want a message from spirit, don't try to fool us. If there's only one person you want to hear from, you got to tell us that person, okay? Right. Let's just kind of...
I work with names, and so that helps.
There you go. So let's just do that, because just for the purposes of a show, that's just kind of what we need to make it as easy and get as many callers in as we can. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You feel good?
I do.
Okay, here we go. How about number 562. So here we go. 562. You are on the air with Colby and Jennifer. Who is this?
Hi, Colby and Jennifer. This is Chelsea.
Hey,
Hi,
Chelsea. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I know you guys are doing great, too. I'm sure you sound wonderful.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. What can we do for you tonight?
Well, I would just love to connect with any of my loved ones who might be interested in coming through potentially.
All right. So, I immediately, do you want to start or you want me to start?
Go ahead,
So,
hon.
Chelsea, I'm just going to start. The minute you said loved ones, I felt a man step forward,
did I,
okay?
so did I.
So, and this man definitely gives me the feeling of being connected in a fatherly way. Do you understand dad being in spirit, Chelsea, or a man who is like a father to you being in the spirit world?
My father is still with us. I do have my grandfather's
Okay.
in spirit.
Hang on one second. Do you let me just go in this. Do you understand this gentleman? He's giving me, normally I don't, he's a little older when he passes, so I can feel that. He's also giving me, this is the oddest thing. He showed me a little flag pin. So either he was in the military or there's a flag pin. Do you understand a flag pin connected to him or the military?
I think that would be. That would be my grandfather on my paternal side.
Okay.
He was in the military. Yes.
Okay. You should ask your dad if he's got a flag pin from his dad, okay? Because it makes me feel like there's a flag and there's a pin. So unless I'm confusing two things, I feel like there's a flag and then a pin.
Okay, it wouldn't surprise me. I know he had a number of medals and things. So we'll have to go and do a little digging and try and track that down.
Yeah, do that. But I do feel like he kind of steps forward because there's been a feeling of being a little lost lately, right? There's a feeling like it just feels like you're struggling a bit, maybe on the path of what you're trying to do. And I feel like he's stepping forward to kind of put you back on path. And this is maybe a little bit about self-discipline. So I feel like it's been a little hard to be self-disciplined lately. Do you understand that? Like feeling a little lost, but then feeling
sure,
a little,
that
okay.
Could,
and I just,
that could make sense.
Yeah, and I just feel like he's stepping forward to tell you, like, hey, listen, you got to kind of get back on track. Let's steer this the right way. And I just also, real quick, and then we'll let Jen talk too.
No,
but
it's something about moving parts.
Lots of boxes too.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of cleaning out, Chelsea. A lot of reorganizing, revamping. It's like redesigning your whole life, it feels like, and I feel like there's a lot of love coming from mom's in spirit. Am I correct? Is that right? Mom, I hope so. I mean, not that I hope so. I don't mean I hope so, but
yeah. No, I know. No, mom is fortunately still with us, but I do have some, maternal figures in spirit.
Yeah, this lady steps forward, and she's definitely giving me the feeling of a mother for you. So I know she comes forward as being very nurturing and very much like a mom to you. She's giving me this feeling of
don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, this feeling of love around you, and there's some chest issues with her, some breathing issues as well.
Yes.
You understand that? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I think my aunt. Yes.
Okay. And then I'm also curious, do you understand a Margaret or a Marjorie or something like that in a name for a relative in the living or in spirit?
And my second great grandmother was a Margaret.
Okay, perfect. Okay, good. Okay, got it. Okay.
A lot of people don't even know their second great grandparents.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
All right, Jen, go ahead.
Chelsea.
Get in there for Chelsea.
Oh, I just know that what I felt was coming through was that you have a big support group on the other side that is telling you to go for it. I feel like you block yourself. Like you're afraid to move on. You're afraid to move on. So I don't know if there's a relationship or if there's something that's keeping you back. Does that make sense? Or with your work?
Definitely with the work. I definitely have some blockages or something. Yeah.
Okay.
So
just Okay, and is there something about... Okay, why did I feel like there's angels that are involved as well? Hold on.
Have you been working with angels, Chelsea, or working on gifts or something about a spiritual connection for you lately?
Because they're coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been very spiritual, and I'm sort of stepping it up a little bit now.
Okay.
I'm trying to, improve.
Okay. And are you doing the cards?
Yeah.
Do you have, like, angel cards?
I'm not doing angel cards. Maybe I do. I use tarot cards.
Tarot cards. Okay.
But maybe angel cards are something to look into.
Just something else. It's not that I don't use them, but I feel like there's a lot of angels around you, and I feel like you've been asking for help.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like real quick, that's why this grandmother stepped in as well, just because I feel like there's a lot more nurturing that you need to do for yourself right now, a lot of self-care, kind of taking care of yourself. And again, that whole revamping or redesigning, it's interesting because I do feel like that's around career for you, Chelsea. And I feel like this lady is giving you creative rights.
And is there a birthday that's coming up later on that's kind of significant to you? Like a marker?
Not really. And well, I mean, my aunt's birthday is coming up. I mean, not my aunt in spirit, but my aunt who's still with us. Her birthday's coming up.
I'm not going to make that fit.
But other than that,
well, is that the aunt that's connected to the grandmother?
No, but it's the aunt who's connected to the other aunt who's in spirit who had the chest.
There we go. Yeah,
problem.
see, there we go. So it's that aunt with the chest telling her sister, right? Hey, happy birthday.
Yes.
Yeah. So I got it. That's what I was. See,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being the medium for the medium, Colby.
Thank you, guys.
Let me translate
this. Okay,
wonderful. Yeah, Chelsea, listen, just
She'll
know
love that.
Yeah, just know that they're around you. This aunt really comes forward as a mom for you, though.
Yeah.
That's really so much love for you.
Very
and
sweet.
such a kind of start diving in more and working on this career move and working on opening up and expanding, because it feels like those are your next steps. Okay. I will definitely do that, and I appreciate that. And then if you guys could, I mean, I tell my aunt, but if you could throw in a little good word for her to go and visit her son. Okay.
That would be wonderful.
No problem. All right. Yes. And when he is ready, I'm sure she will appear,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
I understand.
Yeah.
Thank
Lots
you
of
guys
love
so
to you,
much.
Chelsea.
This was wonderful.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You have another wonderful evening. Bye.
Aw,
too.
thank you. Oh, what a nice, you could just feel her love,
I
right?
felt the love from the other side. They're
I
like,
know,
they just want
they
to
just
keep going.
They really do.
It's
I know.
like,
I'll tell you,
go.
it's always like we could just keep.
I know.
All right. How about number 12757?
I'm still amazed you can see the screen from that far away.
Contact lenses.
It's really crazy.
Contacts.
Go ahead.
Hey, 757. You are on the air with Colby and Jennifer. Who is this?
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Hi. Hello, honey.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Oh, is that me?
Yeah, it's about to not be you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. I thought I heard a third voice in there.
Oh, it's probably
mine.
your loved one. This is Colby and Jennifer. How are you, honey?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. What's your
Good.
name?
We're doing great.
My name is Linda.
Hey,
Hi,
Linda. Do you have a question for us tonight? What can we do for you?
Yeah, I mean, I have people on the other side.
Well, they just got done talking to
if they
you.
would come through.
All right. Is
I
there
have
anyone?
a Thelma, I have a Keith, I have a Kenny.
Oh,
I have
my
lots
goodness.
of people over there.
Oh my goodness!
Who had the chest pain?
Yeah.
Which one had the chest pain?
I'm
I
sorry?
felt like somebody from the other side. I know you just named a few of them. It felt like the heart, but the chest. I almost feel like the chest hurt. So
I'm not sure.
Something with lungs, lung cancer. Linda.
I don't know of any.
Okay. Do you understand? No. Do you understand? So I've got a gentleman that steps forward, and he definitely gives me the feeling of a quicker passing. Okay. So I feel like, I feel like this is a real quick passing, or a passing where you didn't get a chance to have your closure. You didn't get a chance to say goodbye to him. Does that make sense to you?
Well, it wasn't quick, but I didn't say goodbye to him in person.
Okay. Do you also understand something going down one side of his body? Like, it just feels like one side of his body is he's having trouble with. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to say it's a stroke. I just know that there's one side of his body that's not working.
Well, if it's who I'm thinking of, he had cancer.
Okay. Do you understand?
And he was like put in a induced coma at the end.
Okay, but do you understand not being able to use like his arm or one side of his body not working, or did it spread through one side of the body? Do you know that or not know that?
No, I don't. I mean, he couldn't use anything in a coma.
Yeah, I'm trying to get, but I'm trying to get before the coma, honey. I'm trying to talk about before that. He didn't have any kind of stroke or heart attack or anything. He had cancer. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want you to go.
I mean, I think my grandfather did.
All right. Who is it that you want to hear from? Because, see, here's the problem is we're bringing forward who wants to talk to you, but you want to hear from someone specific.
Right.
So let's just cut to the chase, because I can't keep you on all night, right? As much as I'd love to, Linda, who is it you want to hear from?
Thelma. My mother-in-law.
There we go. See, it doesn't matter what we were going to say about these beautiful men that want to say hi, right?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
There we go. Do you want to dive in, Jen? Or?
Go ahead.
All right. So with Thelma, though, I'll tell you what. I get a feeling. I feel like this was a really close connection. Yeah, she's giving me a little spunky. There's a spunkiness about her, but there's also a close connection to her. Do you understand that with Thelma?
Yeah.
And there's also like, it's almost like instead of Thelma and Louise, it's Thelma and Linda.
That's
And
that's right.
And she gives me this feeling too. Now, I feel like it's one of you, but one of you's got, I don't know if it's a potty mouth, but a little bit of telling people exactly what you think. Do you understand that around her as well, Thelma?
We both said what's on our mind.
And do you have a lot of questions for her?
Actually, I just wanted to know if she's looking out for us, her son and I, and, if everything looks good with us.
Yeah.
I don't think she's far away from you at all.
No. And did you get her ring? Did Thelma give you her ring, honey? Because she shows me a ring for you that was given to you.
I got quite a few pieces of jewelry from her.
Okay, but do you understand the ring from her specifically? Maybe even a band or a gold ring?
There was quite a few rings.
Okay.
Was there a promise though
that she
was there a promise that she'd watch over you, like a pinky swear?
Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like there's also a sense of playing cards with Thelma. Like there's just sitting around. Like it feels like there's enjoying sitting around, playing cards. So it's like a lot of casual interaction. Do you understand that as well?
We used to like to go gambling.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
You love that.
Like the casinos and the one-armed bandits.
But she I think she's got this bag. She shows me, I want to call it a bingo bag. It's probably not necessarily a bingo bag, but she's got her lucky bag and she's just ready to go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably carrying all her coins for the slot machine.
And there's just
so
this,
funny.
yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then there's also a number. Listen, I'm just going to give you the number 13 because it just popped in. Do you understand the 13th of a month being significant, or a 13 being a favorite number? Does that connect?
My husband is born on the 13th.
Okay, and that's her son. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah, perfect. See, so there you go. So she's acknowledging her son. And then also really quick, too, is there a John in the family, like either in living or in spirit, a middle name? It could also be a middle name as well. J.
Connected with her?
No, just in general, honey. I don't know. The name John, this man just flew in with the name John.
And you did something different with there's something with your
I don't
hair
know what
that she's
John.
mentioning. She's mentioning something with your hair. Did you change up your hair?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I cut it all off.
You cut it all off? That's good. Isn't that freeing?
Yeah.
She says it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Thelma.
I think that there's this beautiful connection. I believe that she definitely did not perceive you as a daughter-in-law. Like
more like a sister.
Oh, she just loved you. I just feel like the two of you. I don't know who was naughtier.
She said I was the daughter she didn't have.
Yeah, it's beautiful and it's amazing. And I just to let you know how much she does love you and how much she is around you.
Yes. And I did want to know, because she was a heavy smoker, and quite often I get the smell of cigarette smoke
so the lungs
around me.
So when I came
when
through
it shouldn't be.
Well, so when I came through with the lungs,
and I wanted to know if that was her.
Yes.
Yeah, that is her.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. When you get a whiff of that smell, it is around her. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Yeah,
because I smell it around my husband quite a bit.
That was the first thing that came through. I just thought it was more of a masculine energy, and so that's when I said there's something with the lungs.
Yeah,
it felt like with the lungs, but
oh yeah, she had what do you get with it?
Emphysema, COPD. Yeah, so she's around you.
Mm.
Yeah, there you go. She's fine. Lots of love to you guys. Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, you guys.
You're welcome. All right. Bye, Linda.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, perfect. I'm glad we just had to nip that in the bud, because you knew, like, trying to just, but that's the thing. Listen, you guys, if you are watching and you are on cue and you're in the call line, if you get through, if there's someone specific, you can't say anyone on the other side. If there's someone specific, you got to just tell us, because otherwise we're going to call in everybody. Oh, we could bring in anyone that's for you. So just... we just want you to get the most out of your 3 minutes. All right, let us do another one. How about number... a
lot of them.
Yes, how about number 8, 815? Okay, 815, you're on the air with Colby and Jennifer.
Hello.
Who is this?
Good evening, guys. It's Brandy.
Hey,
Hi,
Brandy. How are you?
Good, thank you. And you guys?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Jen?
Doing fantastic.
Yeah. Do you have a question for us, Brandy?
I just wanted to talk about my future with my career and how I'm going in that journey. Like, I'm going on a journey right now, a spiritual journey.
Yeah. Don't. Okay.
And I just wanted to.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna talk. Ready? Shh. Don't tell us anything else. Okay. All right. Do you want to start, Jennifer? Or you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Okay. Because I heard that there's more of a pilgrimage. So that's why I didn't want you to say too much, okay? So there's just this feeling where literally, I feel like you're literally going to be traveling in order to explore your spirituality. So there's even a sense of traveling around this. So have you set up any trips yet that are more spiritual trips?
No, not yet.
Okay, because
not at all.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a sense where you start to travel in essence of this spirituality, of opening up your gifts. Like right now, you may be learning and reading and playing, but I see it getting bigger and bigger and bigger for you. Okay, like this to me feels like it really starts to be a dominant part of your life, where you're thinking, feeling, hearing, all of those things with spirit. Okay.
There's something with numbers as well. You're very in tune with numbers, correct?
I've always loved numbers, and I do. I have not looked too much into that, but I do always correlate numbers all the time.
Okay, so you should look, because what I was pulling through is that you do. So there's sacred geometry with numbers, and you should really look into that, because you've always been attracted to that.
I feel like your team gives you numbers. So we all have this spirit team, right? True. And I feel like they sit there and give you these numbers to sit there and keep trying to push you. Like, I got to be honest here, Brandy. in your opening up, you were a little slacker. Like, I feel like they've been pushing you a long time and you were really resistant. And now you're finally saying yes, and now they're pushing you. It's opening up a lot more quickly. It's almost like, woo, woo, woo. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
I know.
I've been told to go into this field for a long time.
Yeah.
And they said that I to be ready. I have to be ready. Make sure you're ready.
That's where the training comes in.
And then I just started going full force into it lately.
Yep. And I think you're going to see 222 a lot because I keep hearing 222.
She needs your book. She needs your book.
222 and 7. So I want you to start looking at those and seeing those and see if you notice those numbers around you.
Okay.
And remember, it's not your job to make anybody believe in what you're doing. Okay? That's their job.
Thank you for saying that, because people look at me funny when I say.
Well, when she was talking about the resistance, what I was getting was that you felt like some friends would not understand or they'd be falling away. Mm-hmm. And you have to know that stay consistent. The greatest gift that my father gave me was he told me, he goes, it's not your job to make anybody believe in anything. It's your job to just give them information. Yeah. Let them go through their chaos like I had to, my dad said. He's like, let them go through their chaos. Yeah. Don't take that away from them. Be consistent. He goes, Jennifer, you've been consistent. So with you are now owning up to it. Mm-hmm. You are now showing yourself, and when you have fear of that, they sense it, so they think something's wrong. When you're confident about it, then all of a sudden, like, okay, I get it. Yeah. It's a weird conundrum. It's a very fine line, but own your power and own that you've been doing this for a long time, but just in the closet.
Yeah. And there's a sense too where, one of your guides is really kind of really funny, but just keeps giving me this sense of she's not turning back now. So
great.
I feel like I
actually saw a tan guy at the beach without a shirt on.
Oh,
it was
nice.
Really
that's
funny.
Not maybe that's
with,
for
like,
me.
White pants.
I don't know.
We
But
gotta figure that out. Okay.
But anyhow, back to you, Brandy. But there's this beautiful feeling of. In many ways, this is kind of the beginning of the journey because there is this strong sense, like I said, or we both said in the beginning, where you're going to start to travel for this. You're going to take some workshops or classes that are outside of your area. And I feel because it feels like once you really are diving in, you really want to learn everything.
Are all about commitment. Mm-hmm. And loyalty.
Okay.
And you will do that with your own profession.
Yeah. So anyhow, there you go. Does that help?
Yes. And I feel like that I feel so much better now that I know that this is what I want to do. I wasn't sure what it was that I was going to do, but it really didn't matter. Like, I felt like at first I had to have a certain spot to go to. But now I'm just trying to accept everything and let everything come to me, and I just read and trying to get as much information as I can.
Right.
So
in the beginning, we want to quantify everything. We want to be like, okay, am I a psychic? Am I a medium? Am I an investigator? Am I a medical intuitive? Just call yourself an intuitive because there's no way you can think more than what the universe can give you. And the only way the universe can give you anything is by you being open to everything.
Yeah.
So, it'll come out.
All right, there you go, Brandy. I hope that helps,
thank you very much.
And have fun on this
Thank
journey.
You very much.
Yeah, you got to have fun,
The journey is the best part. People forget that part.
Yeah. Have a good time with it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye, Brandy.
Bye-bye.
God bless you.
Have a good evening.
God bless you, and thank you.
All right. How about we got time maybe for another caller or two, looks like. So how about number 816, number 15, 816.
David Dodds.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
David Dodds.
Oh,
sorry.
hi, David.
I'm all.
How are you, honey?
I am great.
What can we do for you tonight?
Well, I'm kind of thinking about, my grandmother just passed away in November, and I think she's been trying to talk to me quite a bit. And then also I'm concerned about my business and what's going on with my business and my job.
Okay, all right. So do you want to answer one of those, Jen?
I'll answer the grandmother aspect.
Okay,
so
go
what
ahead.
I got immediately when you talked about the grandmother is that she came through. I feel like it's more so in your dream state, but she's saying that you don't remember necessarily all your dreams. You've had 2 of them with her in it, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And so know that your subconscious comes in and is ravenous in your dream state that takes over. So sometimes you might be confused in your dream state, but know that she's there. She wants you to know that everything's going to be okay. She keeps telling you that you're going to be okay. Correct?
Yes, she does.
Okay. So get that. Embody that. Know that everything's going to be okay. Know that she's your guardian angel. All right? And I'll let Colby take the other stuff.
Yeah, David, it feels like around the work, there's just been almost some emotional stuff that you've been having to let go of. So I feel like part of the work is a little bit of a transition for you, So the work to me feels like it's definitely going to get stronger, but almost like something emotional was happening in the meantime. So have you felt like a lot of purging or
relationship purging?
Kind of, yeah. Are you having some trouble with relationship or something in that area of your life as well? I don't want to create all these issues.
No, I got out of one in the last 2 years.
Okay, there we go. Because it feels like there's a lot of purging and letting go of emotions, letting go. Like it's almost like letting go of the past because it feels like you're bringing in a lot of abundance coming in. So the work thing feels really good, but it's almost a sense where you're hiding. So I feel like you got to kind of figure out how to put that out there more, put yourself out there more.
And don't be afraid of that. You feel very charismatic.
Oh, my God. You've got beautiful energy. Oh, my gosh.
All right?
Yeah, what do you do, David, for work? Are you a designer?
I work at a hotel for food and beverage.
Yeah.
I'm a food and beverage manager. And then I also do Mary Kay Cosmetics.
Okay. I love the Mary Kay.
Okay, so I saw the makeup, and I'm like, so I went from the makeup to, like, somebody being on stage.
Are you
like,
not putting on the makeup, though?
No.
Have you ever thought of makeup tutorials?
I'm actually a consultant, and I am just actually got a new consultant underneath me and working closely with her, and then I actually go to seminar next week.
Perfect.
Good.
Yeah, this to me is
you read people.
Yeah, this to me is where you're gonna really find your calling. The food and beverage is good because you're just wonderful, but this makeup, embody it, like Jen was saying.
Yeah.
Really embrace it. I feel like it's going in a direction where you are going to be so passionate about this, and maybe even just consider it not just for honestly, not just for straight women, but for all people.
Right. I felt like Broadway.
Yeah. Like,
when I saw that, I'm like, there's makeup, there's Broadway. That's what I was getting. So
it's really about embracing your design with the makeup. Okay, you're very creative, so it's not just you selling makeup. It's really about the design that you're going to be doing with makeup.
You should work with Mary Kay on designing makeup for different people.
So,
well, I actually win in almost everything that I've been accomplishing for my goals.
Yay!
So actually,
you know what? I can't. Yay! I love hearing that because we do not hear that very often. So
I love it. See, you are on there. You don't even need us. Look at this, David Dodge. You just get out there and you shine your light and you shine it bright.
All right. It was wonderful talking to you, David.
Oh, have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, sweetheart.
All right. Isn't that fun? Oh,
right,
it's beautiful, beautiful soul. Okay, we're going to do one more. So here's the deal. You got fair warning. You're the next one. Got to do it kind of quick for us. It has to be a psychic question. So here's the deal. You have a chance to hang up the phone now if it's not a psychic question. So please, going to give a second. The next caller, it has to be something psychic just because we only have a couple minutes left and we can't go over, okay? Even though I wish we could, but we can't. All right. So how about number 20? Is that 216? 218? 216? Right there. 21. Right there. Above. Right there. 210. All right. Here we go. 210. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi. It's Jennifer. How are you?
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. Good. How are you, honey?
I'm all right. This past year has been really difficult in all aspects of my life, relationships, financial, career, personally, everything.
Oh, one of those
and I
years.
didn't know, I didn't know if there's something I need to be doing that I'm not, or if this is going to start getting better soon,
or if you're just being punished, right? You're like, when is it going to end? What did I do?
Yeah.
Can I start?
Yes,
Is that
please.
okay?
Go ahead.
So what I got was actually I saw you tying your shoelace. Like you're a runner. Like, do you run away from things, or do you think that you do?
I run away from conflict.
Okay, so what I'm getting is that you don't need to run away anymore. You don't need to run away from conflict and whatever's been bothering you.
Yep.
I think you should dismiss it. I know that sounds very bold, and this is guidance, but you're strong enough to handle anything. And if you, instead of worrying about it and running away from it, when you just tackle it head on or dismiss it, you're able to move forward. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're a strong person, but you don't with everything that's happened, I understand that you don't feel that way, but you're strong. Get back on it.
Yeah, and there's just this feeling, too, with you. Are you there? Can you hear us?
I am, yes.
Okay, honey. There's just this feeling, too, with you of it does feel like it's getting better, but it almost feels like everything needed to bottom out. So because there was just so much going in a direction that wasn't authentic to you. It didn't feel right. Like the relation, everything just didn't feel like it was really what you wanted, but you were in your comfort zone and you were in your safety zone, so you kept holding on. And I feel like your team was like, you know what, enough of this, clean the slate. So it does feel like, as Jen was saying, you starting to address it. Don't be afraid of having your voice, honey, okay? Don't be afraid of putting yourself out there.
Oh, that's so hard.
Yes, I know, but it will get you to the next steps, and it's going to pull in the right situation, the right job. But I got to tell you, even starting this year, I want you to start doing this like Jen is saying, because this is the catalyst that's going to start bringing in all that positive change for you. Okay?
Everything.
All right.
Okay.
We don't. That's all the time we have.
Sorry,
I'm so
Jennifer.
sorry, baby. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. No, that was perfect.
Okay. All right. Good.
All right.
Good.
All right.
All right. Bye, hon.
Bye,
Oh my goodness, it flew by.
I know.
Oh my goodness, we have way too much fun. Way too much fun.
This is my favorite time of the month. I
Yay.
absolutely love it.
All
Thank
right, you
Colby,
guys.
for having me.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Always.
Thank you,
All right,
thank you.
you guys. First of all, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your beautiful and lovely comments. I do read all of them after the show. Please feel free to share. Please feel free to follow on YouTube. Until next month with Vino and Voices. There you go. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a great night,
Bye.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.